Good morning, children. Welcome back to my class. In my last class, we started one chapter in political science, and that is gender, religion, and caste. So, these are the social differences and which may lead to division in the country. So, we discussed about the first issue, and that is gender division in my previous class. Today we will talk about the second problem and the second issue, that is religion, communalism, and politics. And while talking about religion and communalism, we are going to understand that how the different religious communities they are accommodated in our country, and if we try to live together, it won't create any social division. So let us try to understand that this division is not as universal as gender division, but religious diversity is fairly widespread in the world today. And like many other countries, in India also, we find that population they follow different religions. So we have followers of different religious community, and unlike the gender differences, the religious differences are often expressed in the field of politics. So as a student of political science, and you all are aware that all our social, economic, and political issues, problems of the people, should be expressed in politics. Whenever people are sufferer or deprived of their rights, their problems are taken up or expressed in politics, and there is a solution and better one. So today we are trying to understand in my next topic that what is the relationship between religion and politics. The first part, what we are going to discuss right now, you will find that there is there is no problem in mixing up religion with politics. So I'll quote few examples, and you will come across that how religion and politics can go simultaneously. Gandhiji used to say, this is the first example and a very important question also, statement based question. Gandhiji used to say that religion it can never be separated from politics. Justify the statement. So what does it means? When Gandhiji said this, he meant that every religion, whether it is Hinduism, whether it is Jainism or Christianity, there is some good ethics in every religion, and all religious communities, he believed that politics must be guided by the ethics drawn from all the religious group, all the religion, whether it is Christianity, whether it is Hinduism or any other religious, Islam. All these religious community, they have some good things, and those good values should guide the politics. So ethics drawn from all the religious communities or religious group should guide the politics. You can get a question from here, children. Please listen very carefully. Now we will talk about another issue. Human rights groups in our country have argued that most of the victims of communal rights in our country are people from religious minorities. Now, communal riots. What do you mean by communal riots? When people fight in the name of religion, a violence which takes place in the country, that is communal riots. Now, what happens that human rights group in our country, they have argued that most of the victims of communal riots in our country are the people from religious minorities. It means, what is minority group? Those who are less in number. So it is suggested, it is being said that the religious communities who are less in number, they are much exploited and they are dominated. They have demanded that the government should take special steps to protect religious minorities. So the minority communities, they are always expressing their problems in the politics, and they are demanding the government to take some measures to protect their rights if they are discriminated or if they are exploited. Women's movement has argued that family laws of all religion discriminate against women. Now here a question, what are family laws? Now family laws, these are the laws that deal with the family related matters like marriage, divorce, adoption, etc. So it has been observed women, maybe from any religious community, they found that they are being discriminated in one or the other way. So family laws of all religions, they discriminate against women. It means how they treat with women, how they are dealing with the women, that is almost same. That women are exploited, they are always tortured, and they are subject to domestic violence. These are common things. So they demanded the government should change these laws to make them more equitable. So you have seen, whenever there is any problem with any community, maybe on religious ground also, the people, they express their problems through politics. So all these instances, I have quoted here few examples. We have seen that in all these instances involved, there is a close relationship between religion and politics, isn't it? So till now it is not a problem if we are mixing up religion with politics. But they do not seem very wrong. I hope you people are following it. The topic is not very difficult, but if you understand, then it will be much easier. And so when we mix up religion with politics till now, it is not very dangerous. Ideals and values drawn from different religion can and perhaps should play a very important role in politics. People should be able to express in politics their needs, interests, and you can say their aspirations, and regulate the practices of religion so as to prevent discrimination and oppression. These political acts are not wrong as long as they meet every religion, as long as they treat every religion equally. So we have come across the first part where we can see that there is no harm if we mix up religion with politics. Now the second part, which I am going to discuss in my next video, and that is communalism.